Howdy ho guys and gals, it's Ready for Liber Tool Bear back again here in the old den of tools. And today we are talking generators, specifically your best choice for an emergency generator in 2022. Now for some reason, I don't know, maybe there's some big thing going on in the news in the world or something, but a lot of people are talking about generators recently, and a lot of people have been emailing me and messaging me saying, hey Bear, can you do an update on generators? Because I think I'm ready to buy one. And you know what? I think it's something that everyone should have. So let's jump into it. But let's set some ground rules. First of all, this is your basic generator. It's your gas engine in a cage with a converter to get it to some electrical ports on it. They're decent. They're loud. They use a lot of gas. There's no smart features to it. We have better options out there that I'm going to recommend because, well, let just listen to what I got to say here and maybe you'll understand. Maybe you'll agree with me. All right. Inverter generators. This is the next step up. So this has got a smart inverter that takes the electricity and does some nice stuff to it. And the benefits for going with an inverter generator is, first of all, it allows it to throttle the power. So if it's not using its full capacity, it doesn't run at full capacity. You know what that means? That means it's going to use less gas. All right. And using less gas is going to give you longer run time. But you know what else? A lot of these are going to get you pure sine wave. Now that's the top line there, the green line. That's the kind of electricity you want, especially if you're running delicate electronics like computers, TVs, even air conditioning units. And they're quieter. They're much quieter than your standard generator, particularly because they do throttle and take the power down when you're not using it. But they're not the quietest option out there. There's a third level, and that is a fully enclosed inverter generator. So if we look back at the other one here, where it's an open frame inverter generator, whereas something like this is going to be fully enclosed, that's going to add it protects it from dust and other stuff like that, but also it's going to add some noise muffler kind of capabilities to it, actually quite a bit. This is often referred to as a super quiet, Honda here being one of the quietest generators you can buy. Now, how quiet are these generators? Well, I ran a 2300 generator from a Generac company that they sent to me, and from a few feet away, it was running at 71 decibels. Now, 71 decibels, that's about office noise inside of a car running on the highway kind of stuff. It's just above normal conversation and below, say, a vacuum cleaner or your average radio. Heavy traffic, window air conditioner, noisy restaurants, power lawnmowers, that's 80 to 90, and at 85 is where you start to get hearing. Basically, long-term would give you hearing damage. Short-term would not, but long-term would. That's what they consider harmful at 85, so just for a point of reference. Here's some of the other benefits. A quiet generator is one that's less likely for someone to steal because they don't know it's there. Obscurity is some of the best security that you're ever going to get. And if you guys remember, back when that cold snap hit Dallas, or not Dallas, but Texas and the South, I think it was last year, early last year, and a lot of generators got stolen. People got really cold, they lost power. People had generators, set them outside, started them up, hooked them up to their house, woke up the next morning to a freezing house because people drove by, they heard the generator, they put them in the back of their pickup truck and left. All right. Now, how much generator do you need? Well, you're going to have to do some math on this one. Basically, there's starting watts and there's running watts. A lot of things spike when you start them up. Some things don't. Hot water heater kind of stays where it is. AC unit, it's going to draw a whole bunch more watts at the beginning of its startup than when it's actually gets going. Think of it like inertia. You have to get the thing moving. Once you get it moving, it's easier to keep it moving, but getting it moving is kind of hard. So what you do is you add up the running watts of everything you want to run, and then you look at what takes the most running watts, look at its starting watts, and you add that to the list. So all the running plus the starting watts of the most powerful thing you have, and that's going to tell you the capacity of the generator you're going to need. So we're going to look at three of these, and we're going to start up three levels. We're going to look at a couple dozen here, but we're going to start at three levels. The lowest level, what I like to call like a camping generator, is the 2000s, all right? This is the Sportsman's 2200. It's $400 currently on sale over at Tractor Supply. We see these generators often go on some ridiculous sales, and they can be had fairly cheap. That said, they're not the highest quality. You know, this is, as I say, it's kind of a camping generator. I don't know if I'd rely on it for emergency, but I'm just throwing it in there to show the different kind of price comparisons. This is going to come with a 1-year warranty, by the way, and it's not just sold at Tractor Supply. There's a lot of other places that sell this as well. The next one is the Win generator. Now, Win, we've talked about their power tools. They make some of the best budget benchtop tools that we see. They also make some decent generators. A lot of people, a lot of viewers have said, hey, I've got the Win generator. I really like it. You should talk more about them. So we're including them in the list here. They're going to come with a 2-year warranty. This is the 2250. Now, one of the things that's going to be familiar or in common with all of these is that basically, as far as the power on it, you're going to get two 110s. You might get some USBs. You might get a cigarette lighter plug, but that's it. That's all there's going to be. That's all the power you're going to be able to draw from this. Now, that said, this parallel connection is something we're going to talk about later, and it's important if you want to buy one of these that has a parallel connection. And again, I'm going to show you here why in just a minute. Anyway, they're all going to be pull start, at least at this level. As we go on, we'll see some more features and stuff like that. But anyway, so this is CARB compliant. That's an emissions thing. It has fuel shutoff. Oil shutoff is nice if they have them. That said, I wouldn't rely on the oil shutoff. That's kind of a backup. You want to make sure that you every time you start up, you check the oil, top off the oil, make sure you've got enough in there. All right, so anyway, $451 on something like this. Now, over at Ace, we've got the Generac, and I'm including Generac because they're an old name in generators. They really made their name with permanent power installations or trailerable power installations. That said, the portable ones, I don't think they're quite at the same kind of level as their more industrial stuff, but I did want to include it because I know a lot of you like the Generac series. Here's their 2200 watt gasoline portable inverter generator. Again, because these are inverter generators, they're going to be quiet. They're not going to be like so quiet you can't hear them, but they will be so quiet you don't pay attention to them or probably even notice them unless they're running under full load. $550 over at Ace is going to get you this one. And this, I believe, comes with a 2-year warranty as well. Next up is Champion. Champion, a lot of you talk about how much you love your Champion generators, both the full frame generators as well as the inverter generators. This is their solution here in the 2,000 watt range. We got the Champion 2,000 watt portable inverter generator ultralight, making it nice and easy to carry around. Easy access pull handle there. You got the regular, I guess the access ports as everyone else has. This does have the 12 volt cigarette plug as well with that. In fact, get this. It does not have USB adapters, so they throw in a 12 volt USB adapter. That's adorable. Anyway, included in the box, battery charging cables. Oh, so you could charge. That's kind of cool. And oil. That's nice that they included the oil. Make sure you always have it all set up, ready to go when you start these up. So anyway, $416 currently on Amazon for that. You can see nice portable generator there. All right, next up, we got to talk about Craftsman. And why? Because, well, it's a big name. People recognize Craftsman. Stanley Black & Decker bought Craftsman for $900 million. And, of course, Lowe's is the main outlet for that. I have gotten zero experience with the Craftsman generators. I can tell you that. I'm sorry if any of you have used the Craftsman generators, please put it down in the comments, but I'm including them because it's a big name brand. People are going to ask questions. This is the 2,500 watt version here. Again, remember the number you see on this is going to be the starting watt on all these. If you look closely down the side, it's 2,500 starting, 2,200 running. All right, make sure you pay attention to that. Yeah, they make you add it to cart. $650 is their solution. And this comes with a 3-year warranty. By the way, I think I forgot to mention the Champion comes with a 3-year warranty as well. Do remember, though, when these warranties, how does that warranty get implemented? If you have a problem, are you shipping back this entire generator? Can they mail it to you? I did look into it. A lot of these have service centers. The question is, are you near a service center? If you're not near a service center, then what's your solution? Be aware of that when buying your generator. I can't really answer that for all of you because you're all going to be in different locations. But like getting a Win generator, there's no Win outlet stores anywhere at all. But maybe Generac, it's a bigger name. It's been around longer. Maybe they're going to be easier to find their service centers. Craftsman's a pretty big name. But are you going to be able to take it back to Lowe's? Probably not. They're probably going to want you to deal with their service centers as well. Well, that leads us to Harbor Freight. Now, Harbor Freight sells their own brands. They are vertically integrated, if you will. This is their 2,000 watt generator. It's been around for a while. It's pretty proven. In fact, I've said many times that, having gone camping, we're in our RV right now. We had a Class A before this. We have a 35-foot travel trailer right now, and are going around the different RV parks and boondocking and stuff. I have noticed over the years, that Predator had really taken over. It used to be all Hondas, and that the Harbor Freight Predators have really taken over. I would say at this point, probably 70% of the generators I see at campsites are Harbor Freight Predator generators. The next I would say are the Champion, and then you'll see a few Hondas here and there. And there are some other ones you will see every so often, one brand here, one brand there. But by and large, that is kind of the breakdown that I've noticed here. Now, let's talk about Honda, okay? So we're looking at the Honda generators. This is the Honda's 2200 with remote start, Bluetooth, all the features, everything great. It's got advanced CO shutdown, so if it detects gas, it's going to shut it down. Remember, that's really important. Safety is a big issue. Don't run these inside. Don't even run them close to your house or your RV. Get some distance there. But that said, $1,129. That's going to come with a 3-year warranty through Honda, and Honda's great about this. They're one of the most highly recommended. Even Consumer Reports talks about them. But you know what else Consumer Reports talks about? Is the Predator. Here's the problem with the Predator. 90-day warranty. Now, can you buy an extended warranty? You can buy an extended warranty, and I will be honest, when my family, we bought one of the generators we're going to talk about here in a little bit, we had the standard generator, the 9000 with the full cage, nice and loud. And when they came out with the inverter version of that, because we bought the extended warranty, we were able to just trade that in and pay the difference a year later. That's a remarkable feature, something a lot of people don't talk about. Anyway, now moving forward, I want to talk about this. This is what I'm talking about with the parallel stuff. You can, with one of these parallel kits, and this is the Harbor Freight parallel kit, almost everyone sells a parallel kit. You can connect 2 of these together. And look at that. These are 30 amp outlets right there, okay? By connecting the 2 of these together, you're going to greatly increase the power capability. Let's say you're looking at a 4,000 versus 2 2,000s. Well, why do this? It's going to cost you a bit more to do it this way, but you can buy one at a time as you can afford it. You get the benefit of having a built-in backup system. If one dies, you still have the other one. Also for portability, lugging a 4,000 watt generator is not easy. I have a 3,500 watt generator we have here. That thing's a beast. I'd much rather be able to pick up 2 of these 2,000s and plug it in. It goes back and forth. There's a win versus a loss on this. Honestly, I think this is one of the best solutions that are out there, is getting 2 smaller ones, being able to lug them together. Think about it. If you're in an RV, storage is a premium, and you might be able to get 2 of these smaller ones in one at a time into your storage, your basement storage in your RV, rather than one of the 4,000s. All right. So anyway, the other thing I got to talk about is stay-bil. Most of these generators, you're going to avoid the warranty if you run fuel in it without stay-bil, or some sort of fuel stabilizer. Make sure you use it. There's no reason not to use it. It doesn't cost that much. Use the stay-bil. All right, now at the next level, we're looking at around the 3,000 to 3,500 watt. Why that? Well, this is where you're going to get stuff like this. This is come on, let me pull it up. You're going to get the 30 amp RV outlet. All right, you can literally, on most RVs, now they're 50 watt or 50 amp RVs, they're not going to work for this, but you can plug a 30 amp RV. My RV right now, I could plug directly into this and power my RV off of it. Now, will it allow me to run everything? Maybe, maybe not. If I got 2 AC units and a fridge and a microwave and a hot water thing, no, probably not. Okay, but if you're smart, you can run these. Maybe you have to turn off the heater when you run the microwave, that kind of stuff. The stuff that you have to manage when you're being mobile like we are. But when it comes to emergency generators, this is stuff you want to consider, and being able to have that 30 amp outlet is really important. That's what we also got. We saw when we looked at the parallel kit, gives you that same solution, but this is an all-in-one kind of thing here. So anyway, this is the Sportsman's full box enclosed inverter here. $700 is what they're asking for that, and that's on sale. Now, next up, we've got the Win Super Quiet 3800 watt. And again, remember that is starting watts, $59.48. That's over at Walmart. That's a pretty good price on that one, to be honest. Now, what are you going to get that's different on this one? You're going to get some better controls. You're going to get some better readouts. You got the two 110s. You got the 30. I think we got some USBs under there as well. Now, check this one out. The Generac. We got to talk about this. Is the new Generac. This is the new Generac portable inverter generator that's quieter than the Honda. Check out this power cube here. Now, it's $940 for a 3500, but that is a pretty slick, generator there. Again, you're going to get the 30 amp service on that. You're going to get the two USBs. You're going to get the two 110s. All right, but this is we're getting up to the one that is really kind of the standout one for this whole thing. This is the one. I know a lot of you love the Champion stuff, but look at this. This is a 4500 watt inverter generator, RV ready, for $634.36. I had to do a lot of checking on this to make sure that this price, like there wasn't something that was removed from this generator that made it less capable or something. This is like some sort of super discount version or something. And that's not the case. That's really this. Look, and you still can run these in parallel. That's still an option on most of these things. This is quite the generator here. You're getting the 30 amp. You're getting the two 110s. So why is it so cheap? Well, they've come out with the new black and yellow rather than, I guess, yellow and black. This is essentially the same generator, just slightly updated, selling at $860. My guess is this is like last year's model that's getting closed out. This is, and the seller on this, who is the seller on this? Ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon from the Champion Power Equipment Store. I'm guessing it's last year's stock being cleared out at a ridiculous price, $634 for 4500 watt. We're only going to have a couple in this list that are more powerful than that. All right, now enough of that. Let's move forward. We got the Craftsman 3300 watt gasoline inverter generator. Again, you're going to get pretty much all the same features on these other ones, but you're going to get it for $900 on this. Now, this does have the CO detect technology, built-in handle, and easy start choke. That's nice. Anyway, again, if you have any input on the Craftsman stuff, let me know what you think about it. Now, Harbor Freight's version on this. This is the Predator 3500 watt. Now, Harbor Freight, full disclosure, did just send this to me for review, and we're in the process of reviewing it. We're going to have a video coming out on this here later, probably this month. Anyway, this is one that has been around for a long time, this power cube kind of thing here. It's got the 4 small wheels on it. It's got a lock for the wheels. It's got nice big luggable handles on it here. You're getting again, 3500 is going to be your starting watts on this, not your running watts. All right, and some of the features on it, high impact, premium, digital LCD, overload protection. They all should have that throttle switch. Anyway, all the basic stuff, but it's a super reliable, tested, proven. Lots of people have used this thing. Look at that, 6,585 reviews. Again, you're going to get the 30 amp circuit there. You're going to get the two 110s. Now, let's move on here because we need to talk about the Honda. Here's the Honda solution in 3,000 watts. $2,349. Is this the best solution out there? Quite possibly. It might. Honestly, it's going to be one of the quietest, although the Generac is claiming they're quieter. But this thing is tested. It's true. It's reliable. It's often considered one of the, by most reviewers, considered one of the best. But, so's the Predator. The Predator's $849. Again, 90-day warranty versus the 3-year warranty on the Honda. But you're paying $2,349. You could literally buy almost 3 of these for the price of that. That is quite, I could buy one of these and keep one as a backup. Or you could buy this, get the extended warranty, and probably buy another one, keep it as a backup, and still be less expensive than that. That's something to consider, and that's, I think, why you're seeing more and more people switch away from Honda. They're not saying they're bad. They're just, based on the market, they're kind of overpriced. Now we're stepping up to the 9500 watt super quiet inverter generator. This is the one that my family and we bought as a home house solution with our own money. We bought this one. It was $2,000 at the time. Plus, we had the 9000, the open cage generator, not the inverter, that we had the extended warranty on, and we were able to just trade it in and pay the difference on that. This is a fantastic generator. It has all the power options on it. Let me see if they've got a picture here that shows the different options on it. But anyway, let me zoom in here. You've got tons and tons of power on here, all sorts of different options and whatnot, all sorts of controls, super quiet. Now, it is louder, it's going to be considerably louder than something like this because it's twice the generator, all right? But for an inverter generator, for a 9,000 watt generator, it's going to be super quiet. Now, as far as other options, at this level, it's pretty much just the Honda coming in at a 7,000 watt for $4,700. $2,300, $4,700. 9,500 watts, 7,000 watts. At that point, though, you're probably going to be, with management, you can probably do the same job with both of them. Let's be reasonable about that. And the Honda is a fantastic generator. I'm not trying to disparage it in any way, shape, or form. If you got the money to throw at it and you can walk away and not worry about that extra, $2,000 or so that's being spent, then great. Do that. But the question is, are you really getting to get that much reliability and stuff out of it? I don't know. I'd probably go with this, get the extended warranty. Well, I did. That's what we did. That's what my family bought. And that's what we've been happy with. Now, that's basically going to be my suggestions for an emergency generator. I'm going to recommend you go with a fully enclosed inverter generator. We talked about the reasons. If you don't think those reasons apply, generally, maybe not apply to you. You may have a specific reason, like I'm out in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to hear my generator. I've got some way to block the noise to my house. Great. But as far as being the general solution that you can give to the everyday person, what do you think? Do you think there's something wrong with my calculations? Do you agree with my calculations? What do you think would be a better choice? Put it down in the comments down below. That said, before you do that, I know some of you are going to say, hey, you didn't talk about dual fuel. And we didn't talk about dual fuel. And dual fuel is where you can run off of gas or you can run off of propane. And the reason we didn't talk about that is, if you want to do that, there's options out there for you, pretty much in all the same ones. But that said, as far as emergency solutions, if we're talking like really bad emergencies, propane access is going to be the most problematic to get to. It's under high pressure. You have to go to a special filling station to get it, or you could tap into the natural gas coming from your house. You could do a conversion off that. If you have a large propane tank at your house, that's great. But for the general person out there, maybe for RVers, we've got 2 10-gallon tanks here, so we got a fair amount of propane. But at the end of the day, gas is easier to access than propane, so that is what I'm more focused on. Now, some people may say, hey, what about running it off of alcohol? And that is a possibility, but it's not an easy possibility. There's a lot of things you'd have to do. You'd have to tune the carb. You'd have to replace a lot of the hoses and stuff, the fuel access, because alcohol at that high proof is going to be it's going to deteriorate the rings, the O-rings, and the hoses and stuff. So there's a lot you'd have to do to modify it to get it to run off something like that. But if you're interested in that, or you just want to find out more about making your own kind of alcohol, be sure to check out the Home Distiller's Workbook, your guide to making moonshine, whiskey, vodka, rum, and so much more. Hashtag shameless plug. Over at the Den of Tools, you can get the Home Distiller's Workbook ebook for $3.99 or the How to Brew Beer book for $3.99. Direct downloads, or if you want the paperback version, you can go over to Amazon and get it there. Now, this is, I know, the other option that people are going to say, what about going with power stations? We've been talking a lot about power stations, and we're going to be talking more in the months to come. I have the Blue Eddy AC200 Max. That's this core unit right there. They sent this to me for testing. Honestly, I had no idea what it was, who these people were. When they reached out and said, hey, can we send you one? A lot of companies have been sending me little power stations and stuff. I got this thing. Wow. This thing is a beast. It's insane. A ton of power. You hook it up to some solar. Talk about renewable energy. You don't have to go to the gas station. You don't have to run propane. You don't have to do any of that. But that said, really what you're getting is you're getting a generator like this that has a naturally replenishable fuel source. All right. So if you need 9,000 watts, this isn't going to be the solution for you. But it is something I think that you all have to consider. Anyway, that's all the Bear has for you. What do you think? Is there a generator in this pack that you're going to be on the lookout for? I know spring is around the corner and winter's going past, so a lot of you are like, oh, I don't know if I need a generator at this point. Well, there's a lot of, you got spring storms, summer storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, the whole 9 yards. Don't wait till the last minute to buy a generator. So many times people do that, and at the end of the day, they're kind of left just grabbing whatever's left on the shelf after everyone's picked over them. Don't be that Bear. Get something now. Whether you use it, I'll put links down below, or you can post your own, or you just get your own or whatever. Anyway, you all take care. God bless, and as always, shine on.